Brooklyn Center's annual City Festival is getting a new name. Since 1982, it's been called Earle Brown Days, but not anymore. This year, the festival will be called Brooklyn Center Days. The city will then decide on what to call the event permanently. Pafu Yang joins us now to explain the reason for the change and why a new name could bring new life to the summer festival.
Yeah, we're here at Centennial Park where the festival is usually held. Since 1982, the festival has been called Earle Brown Days, but last week City Council members decided to change the name to Brooklyn Center Days. Earle Brown is a prominent name in Brooklyn Center. He helped found the city in 1911, which back then was a village. Brown was Hennepin County Sheriff and founder of the Minnesota State Highway Patrol before he died in the 60s. However, Brown also has alleged affiliations with the Ku Klux Klan. A book written by a Minneapolis high school teacher alleges Brown had ties to the KKK going back to the 1920s. According to the book, when Brown was sheriff, he did not stop the KKK from burning crosses or meeting in Hennepin County. The controversy led the Brooklyn Center School District to rename Earle Brown Elementary to Brooklyn Center Elementary last summer. The city is also weighing name changes for buildings named after Brown, including the Earle Brown Heritage Center. The city plans to call the annual festival Brooklyn Center Days until a process for community input is created. Reporting in Brooklyn Center, Pafu Yang, CCX News.
A Golden Valley lawmaker is a chief author of a bill that would legalize recreational marijuana. House Majority Leader Ryan Winkler, a Democrat, has been an outspoken proponent of legalizing it, saying current cannabis laws are doing more harm than good and have led to widened racial disparities in the criminal justice system. He also points to states like South Dakota and Illinois that have legalized it. Winkler says legalization will end the black market for cannabis.
The tide is shifting and it's coming in very strong. And if we are not in front of this, if we are not doing a thoughtful job putting this bill together, creating this policy, we are going to end up with more problems with cannabis than we have right now.
In a statement to CCX News, Senate Majority Leader Republican Paul Gazelka says there's no reason to rush passage of this legislation without learning more, pointing to adverse effects in other states that have legalized it, like Colorado and Washington. An affordable rental home to help bridge the housing gap for veterans and their families is a step closer to reality. The project is called Valor Place, and it's a twin home on the northeast corner of Fernbrook Lane and Rockford Road. The City Council approved the project last week. The rental property would help 2 veterans' families whose income is at 50% of the area's median income, which is $51,000. The Plymouth Housing and Redevelopment Authority is overseeing this project. Also in Plymouth, the City Council also moved forward on a plan to demolish and rebuild Fire Station 2 and renovate Fire Station 3. The City Council accepted bids last week, so the 2 projects are expected to begin this spring and not be completed until late next summer. Fire staff say the 2 fire stations do not have space for overnight crews or contain the proper decontamination areas. It's been 44 years since the last time the Vikings played in the Super Bowl. But just because everyone's favorite team won't be playing this Sunday doesn't mean you can't enjoy the festivities without some good food. As Delaney Cleveland reports, in this week's Takeout Tuesday, a Maple Grove pizza place is stocking up on supplies for the big game.
Pizza's been a staple of American culture forever.
At a time when much of the country is divided,
Is this the cheese?
there is one surefire force that unites us all: the taste of a good pizza.
When people gather together and there's pizza, everyone can eat pizza and everyone loves to eat pizza. It's something that people can all agree on.
For 3 years, James Rosati and his team from Rosati's in Maple Grove have served up generous portions of this Chicago-style pizza to hungry customers in the Northwest Metro.
We get Chicago people in all the time that are like, yep, this is exactly what I remember growing up. They're overly excited that we're here. We have people that will drive an hour one direction just to come get pizza from us.
That's quite the compliment, considering that there's no shortage of pizza places in the Twin Cities. But what sets this place apart is the Rosati family recipe, which traces its origins back to Italy.
It's definitely the freshness and the family part of it that makes this different than other places.
While this is technically a national chain, James Rosati is a distant relative of the founding family in Chicago.
When they found out that there was a Rosati that they're related to living in Minnesota, they kind of pushed me pretty hard to open one. They're like, go on, come on, let's do it. It'll be fun for you. I'm like, okay, we'll try it.
So far, Maple Grove is Rosati's only Minnesota location, but the plan is to expand once they get past the pandemic. For now, the focus is on the immediate future, and with the Super Bowl on the horizon, it'll be a busy weekend.
I'll order heavily just for the weekend, knowing that the Super Bowl is happening, and we will probably sell extra wings and more pizza for sure.
National experts predict that Americans will order 12.5 million pizzas and 1.4 billion chicken wings on Super Bowl Sunday.
Pizza and wings, they go together great.
Rosati hopes that people will consider what's on his menu when it comes time to place an order for the annual football feast. In Maple Grove, Delane Cleveland, CCX News.
And we would like to extend our congratulations to a special teacher in the Robbinsdale School District who received some high honors this week. Linda Valentine is the Minnesota Association of Alternative Programs Staff Person of the Year. We've interviewed Miss Valentine before at Highview, where she works as a graphics instructor. Valentine was recognized at the school board meeting on Monday night with the words, "She's given her soul to teaching and maintains high standards and integrity in her work with students." CCX News has seen Miss Valentine in action at Highview, and we couldn't agree more. So congratulations and job well done.